This country was going through a lot of changes. There were a lot of things happening that made it difficult. For example, you had the church bombings, you had the lynchings in the South, those types of things. Although we weren't in the South, we were subjected to different forms of racial injustice. We had two games. We had one game at Houston, and the second game was at Loyola of New Orleans. We had, to find places to eat that would serve us. In Houston, we were turned away from a couple of places because of our race. We were not allowed to eat. We wound up, in fact, eating in a little place off the main strip, sort of in an alley, and that was very typical of the type of treatment we would receive. We were called names, we were threatened by the KKK. It was 1963. It was the times. We were not accepting of it, but we had to deal with it. So yes, it was a different day and different time. At that time, when we played basketball, you could only play two minority players at one time on the floor. And if you were losing badly, you could put the third or fourth on. But it was a different day, a different time. And that's why the game of change is so important to us, because after that game, we were contacted by a lot of young people who felt that things were getting better, and we were not out there being crusaders. We just happened to be in a position where we were drawing notoriety. Well, I think the attention now is because of the accomplishments of this basketball team at Loyola. It brings back memories, and I think people are hungry for some success from the local basketball teams, either Northwestern, Loyola, and it just happens, I think, at this point, because of the character of the ball players down there, that they are getting a lot of attention. They're winning basketball games, but I think the character of the young men comes into play also. These guys realized that we went through a lot in 1963 to be able to provide a foundation so that they could do what they're doing today. They realize it, they appreciate it, and they let us know by the way they treat us, accept us, and that they appreciate where we have been, what we went through, so that they could be where they are today.